Great. Alrighty, so if you have that playlist up, you can hit play now. And if you don't have a playlist going, you can hit play on your music, whatever you'd like to do. I'm going to play it low for myself so I have something to keep time. So we can count our breaths. Right. Grounding down, we're going to begin sitting up, nice and tall in an easy seat, holding space. Now you know at any time you can modify if you need blocks or boxes of cookies, if you need a pillow or a bolster, something to perch yourself up on, bring the earth a little bit closer, knees and lunges, fingertips down on those blocks or those boxes, whatever you have handy, you have that opportunity. So adjust your sails according to how you feel and go from there. So we're going to close our eyes. We're going to lengthen through our spine. So maybe you sit a little bit side to side. I tend to wiggle a lot because I'm just a wiggler, but maybe you do that too. It helps you settle to root. Closing those eyes, shrug your shoulders to your ears, loosen them up. Exhale, roll them down your back, and do that one more time. Shrug your shoulders up. And exhale, roll them down your back. Try to relaxing as you bend through your elbows, feeling the weight of your hands. Palms face up or down on the top of your knees. You could fold them in your lap. Either way, you're holding space. As you notice areas of resistance, you might notice you're holding it in your face today, your cheeks, your jaw. So as you take a big breath in, fill up. Exhale, relax your cheeks, your jaw, the space between, behind, and around your eyes. Easier said than done some days. Try to relax your ears. Feel the weight of your head, relaxing shoulders down your back. Feel your core, your pelvic floor, ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine. Feel your legs setting their varying shapes. Heels anchoring. Feet fall away, entire body at rest. Breathing in this space. Big inhales, fill up. Exhale, let it go. One more breath in. Exhale. Slowly take your hands to prayer heart center. Bowing your head to your heart as you choose an intention. Dedicating your practice, your energy, your effort, whatever we manifest together today. For what purpose will it serve? Maybe today is to remind you that it's okay to not be okay. To let go of those chains. Whatever's holding you back, constricting you, judging you. Sometimes our own inner critic is the worst one of all. So you remind them to pipe down. Hold space. All emotions are valid. Whatever it is for you, for another, for patience, for strength, for the ability to let go, to believe I am safe. Keep it with you. One more breath in. Exhale. Nice and slow, send that prayer to the sky. Separate your hands, relax your shoulders, take a big breath. Exhale, right hand down to the ground beside you. Reach that left arm up a little higher and tip your right fingertips away from you. As you soften your right elbow, you reach through your left side body, maybe turning your gaze toward the sky, gazing past your left elbow. Maybe you're gazing down to the ground off your right elbow. Either way, you're breathing that left hip into the ground, feeling that oblique as it opens, feeling that side body stretching. Give it 2 more breaths wherever your gaze finds its way. 1 more breath. And nice and slowly use that core and rise up. Right hand comes up to meet your left. Separate hands, relax shoulders. Take a big breath in. Exhale, left hand to the ground beside you. Reach that right arm up a little higher and slowly tip to the left fingertips away from you. As you soften that left elbow, you start to reach with that right side body. Keep grounding down that right hip. Try not to lose your foundation here. Again, you can gaze up off that right elbow toward the sky, or you can gaze down to the ground toward the left. Either way, you're holding space here. Big inhales fill you up, expand your rib cage. Exhale, get you a little bit deeper. Give it 2 more breaths holding space here. Exhaling. 1 more big breath. Nice and slow, use your core, rise up. Prayer connect up and overhead, listen. Exhale, hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. Tilt your chin toward the sky. Opening up that throat. Allow yourself some time, some space as you take a big breath in. Exhale, 1 more. Exhale, chin into chest, hanging your head. Breathing for the back of your neck. You do the best that you can in this space. Maybe shaking your head softly, no. You're gonna feel some resistance in that neck, your traps, rhomboids. Give it 1 more breath in. Before again you come neutral. Inhale, gaze to the sky, reach your prayer up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, reach forward. Hinge, 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 hinge until your hands meet the earth, surrendering into a fold. Inhale, half lift. Now push your sitting bones into the earth. So try not to lift your hips up to fold forward. Get your foundation. Inhale, tummy inwards out. Exhale is going to give you the space to fold. So we're hinging at the hip. Right? Biggest crease in our body, biggest hinge in our body is at that waistline. So as you tuck your tummy in and stick your ribs out, you create a little more space in which to fold. So let it be. Don't worry if you're not a pancake folded forward. Sometimes we have a lot of tension in our glutes, our lower back. Whatever's in your way today, let it go, let it be. Do what you can. 2 more breaths in. Exhaling 1 more. Nice and slow. We're going to inhale, half lift up for fingers. Listen, walk your hands slowly over to the right. Line that tummy up with your right thigh. Again, push your left hip down. Inhale. Exhale, fold. So you're going to feel that left side body stretching. Give it 2 big breaths in. Exhaling, 1 more big breath. And exhale, nice and slow. We inhale, half lift, listen, listen. Walk your right hand a little further right. Peel your left arm up to the sky. So we're back, that side body stretch. Inhale, reach that left arm up and over. Breathing into that left side body. Inhale. Exhale. Now use your core, rise all the way up. Bringing your hands back up to prayer connected. Exhale, prayer hands down through your third eye, through your heart center. And you're going to switch your Sukhasana. So whatever leg you had crossed in front is now the inside. This is your non-dominant side, and it's going to be really cranky. So if you need to put a block or a pillow underneath your seat, don't be afraid to do so. All right, once we're here, take a big inhale. Exhale. Nice and slow, inhale, send that prayer to the sky. Separate your hands, relax your shoulders, big breath in. Exhale, slowly hinge forward, reach, 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 until your hands meet the earth. Again, because it's non-dominant, it's going to be cranky, so half lift. If you need to walk your hands closer towards you, push your sitting bones into the earth, then maybe fold down, do so. You can always extend those hands out or keep them closer towards you, it's your choice. Breathe into what is. Keep pushing your sitting bones down into the earth. Feel the stretch in your glutes and your hips, your knees. Give it 2 more inhales. And exhale. 1 more big breath in. And nice and slow exhale. Let's inhale, half lift. Look for your fingers. Walk your hands over to the left, 1 at a time. Line that tummy up with your left thigh. Push your right hip down. And exhale is going to drape you to fold. You're going to feel the resistance in that right side body. Breathing for your lats. Keep expanding your rib cage. 2 more big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more big breath in. And nice and slow exhale. Listen, listen. We're going to inhale, half lift. Walk your left hand a little bit further left. Peel your right arm up to the sky. So we're back, that side body stretch. Gaze up to your right thumb. And exhale, soften that left elbow, reaching over toward that side wall. Focusing on that rib cage opening and expanding. You give it 2 more big breaths in. Gaze where you feel confident. 1 more breath. And nice and slow, use your core, rise all the way up. Prayer reaches up and overhead. Exhale, take your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms into your heart, that's your gaze. Big inhale. Exhale, chin into chest, gaze toward your ankles. Breathing into the back of that neck, shoulders, traps, rhomboids. You give it 1 more breath in. Exhale, this time around, inhale, puff that chest up. Bringing your chin back up to the sky. You have 2 options. Exhale, chin back into your chest, hang your head, or bring your chin into your chest and fold forward, pulling your fists up and overhead. Try to tap your forehead toward the ground. Maybe you got a block or a pillow waiting for you there. Whatever you're doing, it's a pretty incredible stretch. So do it here. One more breath in. If you fold it all the way forward, chin to chest, we're gonna rise back up. Everyone gaze up to the sky, release your hands to prayer, big breath in. Exhale, put your hands down through third eye, through heart center, bowing your head to your heart, revisiting your intention. Have faith in it. One inhale fills you. Exhale releases you. We're gonna come to tabletop. So any way you know how, either planting hands in the earth before you, or you swing your legs off to the side, and you come into all fours. You find your way table, and you sway left, and you sway right. So getting your shoulders, stacking your wrists, your knees, stacking your hips, you start to move around in this space. And again, we're really taking the time to see how we're feeling. This is an indicator pose. So if you have anything hiding, any tension, any stress, it's going to manifest itself physically some way or another. So be mindful of it. Modify if you need to. When you're ready, you're coming back to a neutral spine at table. So pushing the earth away out of those shoulder blades. So activating those rhomboids, pulling your ribs towards your hips, tummy towards your spine. Hold space. Now gaze between your knees. Make sure that your feet are hidden behind your thighs and that your knees are as wide as your hips are. So don't go mat's width and don't bring your knees to touch. You want nice space. Think like a fist or two in between those knees. These are your table parameters. From here we inhale, drop your belly to your gaze, melt your way cow. Exhale, round out chin into chest, look for your tummy to find your way cow. Inhale again, drop your belly to your gaze, find your way cow. Exhale, round you out, chin into chest, look for your tummy, cat. Two more, inhale, pull it up for your cow back. Exhale, round you out, chin into chest, arch it high, like an angle, looking cat. And last time, inhale, drop that belly to your gaze, find cow. Exhale, round out, chin into chest, look for that tummy, find cat. Before you come neutral spine at tabletop, hold your free, your big breath in. Exhale, nice and slow, tuck your toes under. We're gonna lift your knees 2 inches from the earth. So you're really pushing up and out of those shoulders. Engage all 10 fingers, distribute your weight evenly in that hands. Give it one more breath. Nice and slow, we're gonna pick your right toes up to hover the mat. So you're in a 3-legged balancing table for 3. Hold it balancing, firing up that left quad for 2. On 1, right toes come down, bring your left toes up. Hold and hover 3. Hold and hover, keep firing for 2. On 1, left toes down, send your hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Now, this one's really gonna tell you just how tight your hamstrings are. If you're struggling here, make sure you're tensing those fingers to engage, coming out of your wrists, pressing up and out of your shoulders, you're activating rhomboids, and you're pedaling out here, bending one knee at a time, all the while that core is engaged, ribs towards hips, tummies towards spine. You do what you can with this space. Keep asking, keep inviting. It's the only way through it. Gotta invite it to the party. One more breath, pedaling it out. Before we take a neutral spine and downward facing dog. So gesture both heels toward the earth. And if you can't keep those legs nice and straight, you take a little bend in your knees. Your upper body stays the same. So this is modified downward. You give it one more breath in. Exhale. Everyone inhale high, but tippy toes, send your hips high. Exhale, see if you can gesture your heels down, anchoring, rooting. Inhale, come back high, on tippy toes. Exhale, anchor down those heels, see about it. One more time, high, on tippy toes. Nice and slow, gaze for the top of your mat. Walk your way all the way up. If you can stay on your high heels, you make way to find forward fold, Uttanasana. Breathe here. Inhale, half lift, flat back, get your fingers up on your shins. Exhale, melt you back down to fold. If you want to take a bend in your knees, you can do that. Go opposite elbows and decompress here a little bit. So you're going to feel your tummy on your thighs. You're going to drape those arms down like little raggedy ants. Head's heavy. You might shake those arms forward and back. Decompress again. One more inhale. And exhale, nice and slow. Take a bend in your knees, release your hands to the ground. We're going to sweep those arms to the sky, forward pass fast, and pair connect up and overhead. Exhale, put your hands down through third eye, through heart center. Arms by your side, Samasthiti, and start to pedal out here. Roll out your ankles, kind of check in. See what there is to see. Again, everybody's body is different. Every day is different. Maybe a couple days ago you were so stiff and you're feeling wonderful today. So hopefully that's you. But if it's the latter, again, be mindful. All right, so coming back to that neutral spine when you're ready. Take a big inhale, fill up your lungs. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Inhale, prayer reaches up, gaze up. Exhale, bend your knees, swan dive it down, folding forward, Uttanasana, straighten out. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, melt and fold. Beautiful. Give it one more time. Inhale, half lift, flat back. And again, exhale, melt and fold. Bend your knees, plant your palms, sit back your left, and then your right foot to find a high plank. Now, rules of plank. You don't have your high knee sticking up in the air, and you're not dipping your pelvis down low. You're finding that in between. Worst case scenario is you modify by taking tabletop because your core is just not having it today, and that's okay. So whether you're in a full-on plank or a table, you're pushing up and out of those shoulders, activating rhomboids. Shoulders are stacking those wrists, and your fingertips are engaged. You have little spider hands. The more you do that, the stronger your wrists become, I promise you. Give it one more breath in. Exhale, use your toes or your knees to push you forward over your fingers, and we're going to come back into downward facing dog when you're ready. Pedal it out. So if you're in table, just pick yourself back up, downward facing pedal. Take time, make space, breathing. One more breath, inhale. Before we come back, neutral spine, downward facing. So again, watch your frame. No hiney sticking out, no head poking up. Your ears line up with your arms, ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine. And again, you can take a bend in your knees and come up onto your toes if you need to modify your dog. Either way, upper body is the same. That's the key to this pose. So if your hamstrings are in the party, well, they're straight and opening. Give it one more breath in. Exhale, everyone inhale high on the tippy toes. Keep elevating those hips higher. Keep that downward facing. Exhale, anchor your heels back down towards the ground. Inhale high on the tippy toes to elevate. Exhale, anchor your heels back down to the ground. And one more time, inhale high on the tippy toes to elevate. This time, gaze for your hands. For those of you who want to take a hop, tiptoe your toes a little bit further forward. Get your big toes to touch. Bend your knees, gaze for your thumbs, and maybe you take a big hop. Otherwise, you're tiptoeing forward to fold. Once you've found that Uttanasana, hang out here, decompressing. Again, bending your knees will do. And go opposite elbows. So if you took opposite elbows, do the other ones. Opposite. All right, so give yourself a moment here. Inhale. Exhale. Nice and slow, bend your knees. If you have your opposite elbows, keep it. We're gonna inhale, spread those wings, reach up to the sky, prayer connects. Exhale, prayer hands down through third eye, through heart center, arms by your sides again, Samasthiti. Inhale, lift it up, salute, maybe a little bit back bend. And actually, you can chase your prayer down or swan dive forward into that forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, melt and fold. One more time. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, melt and fold. Bend your knees, plant your palms. Step back your right. And then your left foot. High plank. Top of that push-up again. So we're waking up our bodies by we slipping through that lunge. Maybe you shimmy a little bit forward and shimmy back when you're in a plank. So this is going to stretch out your calves. This is going to stretch out your wrists. It's going to make your core fire up because all the while you're holding that frame. Ribs towards hips, tummies towards spine. Pull it all in. One more breath if you're shimmying. Before you come neutral, use your toes, come forward over your fingers, extend. And hips come back to the sky, downward facing dog. Pedal. You got it. Take your time. Again, adjust your sails. Give it one more breath. Before again we come back neutral spine again, just your both heels toward the earth. Hold your frame downward facing. You can take the bend in your knees if you need. Watch your upper back. Keep looking toward those shins. Nice and slow. Elevate. Come high. Find the tippy toes. Send your hips as high as you can. Elevated dog. Exhale. Lower your heels down. Anchoring, stretching. Two more times. Inhale. High on the tippy tippies. Exhale. Anchor it down. Last time. Inhale. High on the tippy tippies. Listen. Lift your right leg up to the sky. So now you're in a three-legged balance. Press your weight evenly out of both hands. Try not to favor your left wrist. So push evenly. Don't dump into that left shoulder. Maybe you point your right toe a little bit higher. Maybe you bend that right knee and open up that hip a little bit. Either way, you have one more big breath. Inhale. And now we advance. Exhale. Gaze forward. Come forward. Right knee taps your right elbow, plank. Inhale. Sends it back up to the sky. Exhale. Take your right knee, right elbow. Come forward, plank. Get your shoulders over your wrists. Inhale. Send it back up. Beautiful. One more time. Right knee, right elbow. Hold it there, 3. Hold it there, 2. On 1, send it up to the sky. Take a big breath in. Gaze between your hands and see if you can tuck your right knee into your chest. Step that right foot through, pausing in a low lunge. Now hold your frame here. This is important. You want that right knee over that right ankle. Back leg is extended unless you've modified, in which case back knee's down. Either way, that chest is hovering that right thigh. So try not to rest your tummy on your thigh. Keep that core engaged. Nice. Give it one more breath, low lunge. Nice and slow, bend your back knee. Step your left foot up to meet your right, forward folding. Inhale, half lift, left back. Exhale, melt and fold. Soft bend your knees, sweep it upward, Vastasana. Prayer connects, maybe a little back bend. Exhale, put your hands down for third eye through heart center, arms by your side, stomach gate. Inhale, lift up all 10 toes. Exhale, pinky, middle, big toes down to the ground. Engage through ankles, calves, knees, quads. Squeeze your glutes. Ribs towards hips, tummies towards spines. We're avoiding doing this. Pull it in. Shoulder blades back. Fingers are spread. Shine your light forward. Inhale, reach that prayer to the sky. Listen. Exhale, put your hands down for third eye through heart center. Start to bend into your knees. Now, notice I'm not sticking my high knee out to do that. Nope. Pull your ribs towards your hips. Sit. This is going to ask a lot of your quads. That's the tops of your thighs. You want to keep that upper body as if it were in a mountain. So mountain top, chair bottom. Sit a little deeper. Shoulder blades back. Give it 2 more breaths. Just working up the heat. One more big breath. And then start to lean forward. So send your hips back without sticking your high knee out. So keep your ribs towards your hips. Send your hips back as you start to bend even more into your knees. So you can get your chest parallel with your thighs. So now it actually looks like you're sitting in a chair. All right? Stay low there. Burn through those glutes. Activating. 2 more breaths in. Exhale. 1 more. Nice and slow. Inhale. Start to lift your body back up, back into that original chair. So knees aren't as bent, but still bent. Beautiful. Exhale. Start to make your way forward again. Get your chest over those thighs. Sink into your seat. Stick your hips back, but keep your core in. 1 more breath. Nice and slow. Rise back up. Beautiful. Send your prayer up, straighten out your legs, maybe a little back bend, pushes your arms past your ears, and you make way down into that forward fold again, hang heavy. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, melt and fold. Beautiful. Bend your knees, plant your palms, step back your left. Hold your frame, low lunge. Plant your palms, step back your right. High plank. Push the earth away. Again, you might shimmy forward and back. All right. Give it 1 more. And then come neutral. For those of you in plank, take your big toes to touch. I'm just going to have you shimmy from side to side. So come outer edge of your left foot. Come back to your toes. Come outer edge of your right foot. Come back to your toes. Now, if you're at a table, just sway your hips side to side. Dance out that tabletop. So you're either twisting out a plank, so hands are still planted, or you're dancing a table. Give it 1 more breath, waking up that body. Before we come back neutral. Either way, take a breath, use your toes, come over your fingers. Send your hips back up to the sky, downward facing. Step your feet apart if your big toes are still touching, and pedal out, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Catch your breath, take a big inhale. Open up, exhale. Good. Give yourself 1 more moment. Before again you come neutral spine, Adho Mukha, just your both heels toward the earth, engage. Inhale, come high up onto your tippy toes. Exhale, anchor those heels back down. 2 more times, high up on tippy toes, elevate your dog. Exhale, anchor those heels back down. Breathing, 1 more time, inhale, high up the tippy toes. Send your left leg up. Now again, be mindful. I'm not dumping into my right shoulder to do this. Pushing up evenly into both hands. Left leg just lifts up, so it's a little party in the back. If you want to point that left toe, lift it up a little higher. Keep your rib pulling in. Bend your left knee, stretching out that quad, that hip flexor. Give it 2 more breaths. Inhale right here. Exhale, give it 1 more breath. Nice and slow, we gaze for hands, come forward to plank. Left knee taps left elbow. Modification, remember, is that table. Tap your knee to your elbow. Inhale, send it back up, 3-legged dog or 3-legged table. Inhale, bring it forward as you exhale, finding left knee, left elbow, hold that frame. Inhale, send it back up to the sky, 3-legged. One more time, bringing that left knee, left elbow. Hold it there, 3. Hold it there, 2. On 1, send it back up to the sky. Take a big breath in. Exhale, gaze for your hands. See if you can tuck your left knee into your chest and step your left foot through. Low lunge. Again, it's important that you keep that chest off that left thigh. Sinking into it, that left knee's over that left ankle, back legs extended. Again, you can modify by dropping your right knee. Do what you have to. One more breath in. Exhale, soft bend your back knee. Step it up to fold Uttanasana, hanging out heavy. Inhale, half lift left back. Exhale, melt and fold. Soft bend your knees, sweep it upward, Vastasana, salute. Exhale, put your hands down through third into your heart center. Arms by your side, Samasthiti. Dance it out. Roll out your wrists, roll out your ankles. Do what you can in this space. Get comfortable, adjusting. Before you come back, neutral spine. All right, now we're gonna wake up those ankles a little bit. So when you're ready, come neutral. Inhale, lift up all 10 toes. Exhale, pinky, middle, big toes down to the ground. Beautiful. Now inhale, come forward into your toes, lift your heels, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, bring your heels back down, rock back into your heels so you can lift up your toes. Good. Inhale, come forward into your toes, lift up your heels, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, bring those heels back down, lift up your toes. One more time, inhale, high with those toes, lift your heels, hold it there, 3. Hold it there, 2. On 1, bring your heels back down. Grounding, inhale, prayer reaches up to the sky. Exhale, bend your knees, come back into that chair. Prayer comes to heart center, and you build the foundation of that chair. Again, ribs and high knees aren't sticking out. Pull them in, tuck. Sit into it, burn through those quads. They're a lot stronger than they let themselves on today. Roll those shoulder blades back. Keep that frame. 2 more big breaths in. Exhale. 1 more big breath in. Exhale. Start to lean forward. Now again, my ribs are poking out to do this. Keep your ribs towards your hips. Lean forward. Sticking your hanging out so your hips come past those ankles. You're sitting into a deep, deep seated chair. Your hands are at prayer just over your knees. You're going to burn through those quads. Hold it, 3. Keep breathing. Pull your ribs towards your hips, tummy towards your spine to relieve that low back. If it's aching, you're doing it wrong. For 2. 1 more breath. On 1, slowly use that core strength to lift you back up, holding the frame in those quads. Again, exhale, we're going to lean forward. Hold your frame. Get those arms over those knees. Get deep. Take an inhale. Exhale, get a little bit deeper. Listen, listen. Inhale, tummy in, ribs out. Exhale, twist your body over to the right. So you're taking your left elbow on top of or outside of your right knee. Maybe you can gaze up to the sky off that right shoulder. So this is going to burn those quads. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, try to get your prayer heart center in your revolution. 1 more breath in. Exhale, gaze down. Bring your prayer back center. Stay low. Inhale, tummy and ribs out. Turn it over to the left, taking that right elbow on top of or outside of your left thigh. Gazing up off that left shoulder. Try to get your hands to prayer heart center in your revolution. Again, inhale, tummy and ribs out. Exhale is going to revolve a little bit deeper. Give it 1 more big breath in. And exhale, slowly gaze down, bring it back center. Quads burning yet? Slowly lift it back up to that chair. Pause. I know you want to rip them off. Inhale, send it to the sky, straighten out. Push your arms past your ears, get a little back bend. And exhale, chase it down to the ground to fold. Ew. I think it's safe to say your quads are awake. They're definitely awake. Pedal it out. Again, use blocks to bring the earth a little closer if you need them. Waking up those hamstrings, you do what you can. 1 more breath, hanging out. Before we inhale, half lift, fingers side up shins. Exhale, melt and fold it back down. Bend your knees, plant your palms. Step back only your right leg. Hold yourself in a lunge. Hover your fingertips for a moment. Pull your ribs towards your hips. Hover that chest over that left thigh. 1 more breath. Beautiful. Nice and slow. Plant those hands down. See if you can take that left foot back to your right and you're back in that plank. Push the earth away. Again, modification is table. So listen to your body. If your stamina is totally shot today, I get it. I have those days. I feel like a baby elephant. So taking your big toes to touch, I'm gonna give you a challenge, some of you anyway. So you're either in table, you're gonna sway your hips left and right and shake it out, or you can go side to side again like we did in our plank, coming outer edges of your feet. If you want the add-on, press your weight into your right hand, come outer edge of the right foot, peel your left arm to the sky side plank. Reach your left arm forward, plant it down, shift over, outer edge of your left foot, reach your right arm outside plank. And so you play with this shape. If you fall out, so what? It's only yoga. You're creating these shapes. You're building that foundation, that strength. And you're trying something on. It's an invitation. You can always RSVP no. Like, hey, I tried the punch, I don't like it. All right? So give it one more time. Try to even yourself out, whatever you're doing. And meet us in either a table or a plank. Take a big inhale. Use your toes. Come forward over your fingers. This time, everyone drop your knees. Keeping your knees down. Use your knees to push you forward over your fingers. Stick your hiney out and your tummy down. Elbows in by your sides as you press down. Tap your chin to the ground, chest and chin. Inhale, push it back up, plank. I should say plank. Table, we're not doing plank. Nice and slow, use that body to come forward. Stick your hiney out, drop your tummy, elbows by your sides, lower down, chest, chin. Inhale, push it back up, table. One more time. Use that body as you come forward. Stick your hiney up, stick your tummy down, come down, chest and chin, stay there. So you're in Ashtangasana. Inhale is going to slither you down to your tummy, Bhujangasana. I know, not the most graceful move. Sometimes we get stuck. Nope, don't you dare, internet. I'm looking at it. Ha, got your back. All right, so holding that low cobra. See if you can squeeze your glutes, lift up your toes. Squeeze your shoulder blades back, lift up your hands, hovering a locust. You hold space here for 3. You hold space here for 2. On 1, lower down your palms, lower down your toes. Tuck your toes under, push up plank. Send it back downward facing, pedal it out. See how you feel here. Working through any kinks. Give it one more breath. Before again you come back, neutral spine. Just your both heels toward the ground. Inhale, high on the tippy toes. Exhale, anchoring down those heels. Inhale, high on the tippy toes. Exhale, anchor those heels back down. One more time, high on the tippy toes. Send your right leg up to the sky. Bend your right knee, open your hip. Mindful, you're not dumping into that left shoulder. Push up and out. Gazing for that left ankle. Take a breath in. Exhale, gaze forward, step your right foot through. Catch a low lunge and stay there. Good. So here we are, holding this frame. Again, core is engaged, hovering that right thigh. You can modify if you need to bring your back knee down. Either way, you have 2 big breaths. Inhale here. Exhale. One more big breath. Exhale, plant that left hand down, put your right arm to the sky. You're in an easy twist. Keep lunging into that right knee. Inhale, tummy in, ribs out. Exhale is going to revolve you to look up at the sky if you can. Keep pushing up and out that left leg. Try not to give it up. If you need, again, modify. You can take right hand to your hip. You can slip right hand behind your back, palm face up. That's an advancement. So if you're advancing, you're in a half bind. Or you modify by taking it to your hip to give your shoulder a break. Either way, 2 more breaths. Lunge into that right knee. 1 more breath. Nice and slow. Send that right arm back up to the sky. Reach that right arm forward. Take it down. Hovering fingers. You're in a low lunge again. Take a moment here. Inhale. Now, here's where it gets a little trickier. Grab your blocks if you need them. You're going to plant your hands down and straighten out your right leg to fold into a pyramid. So try not to move your feet because we're going to transition into a high lunge in a moment. We're just opening up that right hamstring. So keep plugging that right hip back, left hip forward. As we inhale, half lift. All right, so if you have a buckling right knee, you need blocks. Or boxes of Girl Scout cookies, because I know those are going around. Keep squeezing those thighs in. Inhale, tummy in, ribs out. Exhale, maybe a melt and fold. You can either walk your hands back for an advancement, walk your hands forward for an advancement, or flex your right foot for an advancement. Maybe you waggle that foot side to side. Whatever you're doing, you're asking and you're inviting. Give it 2 more breaths wherever you are, waking up that right hamstring. 1 more big breath. And nice and slow, we plant your right foot down if it's lifted. We half lift, walk hands back underneath shoulders, re-bend your right knee, and again, hover fingertips, low lunge. Palms come to face each other. Set them behind you like a speed eraser. Keep building that foundation. Squeeze that right glute. Nice and slow, inhale, reach your arms down. Reach your arms forward and stay there. So think of your arms as an extension of your side body. You're still gazing at that right big toe. One more breath. Using that core and the strength of your legs, you lift your chest up to find yourself high lunge. Again, right knee needs to be over that ankle, so lunge into it. Keep squeezing those thighs in toward each other and relax your shoulders away from your ears. Give it 2 more breaths. Hold it as a beach ball overhead. 1 more big breath. Nice and slow, exhale, take your prayer hands down through third eye, through heart center. Straighten out that right leg. Now squeeze your thighs in toward each other. Pull your ribs towards your hips. Keep high on that left big toe. Big inhale. Exhale. Whew. Nice and slow inhale, sends that prayer up to the sky. Separate your hands, relax your shoulders. Rebend that right knee. And see if you can take your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms. Lift your heart, lift your gaze if you can catch the back bend. Keep lunging into that right knee. Give it 2 more breaths, inhale. Exhale, 1 more. Nice and slow, start to lean forward. If you're bound, hold it here. So your hands are bound behind your back, your chest is over that right thigh. Give it a moment. Release your arms like a speed racer behind you, so you're no longer bound. Big breath in. Exhale, lower your hands down toward the ground to hover. Big breath in. Exhale, plant your left hand down, put your right arm back up. Back into easy twist. Now, for some of us, we're going to advance again. For others, we're going to stay here, or you can modify by dropping your back knee. Either way, stay with me. Take your right hand to your hip, or slide it behind your back, palm face up. For those of you advancing, you're coming outer edges of both feet. So come outer edge of your right foot, come outer edge of your left foot, and push up and out of that left arm. You're going to feel an incredible IT stretch. Maybe it's getting into your piriformis. Either way, it's stretching the mother out of your glutes. Give it 2 more breaths. Inhale, stay with it. 1 more breath if you have that advancement. If you took it, bring those feet back into traditional formation. And we're going to release that right arm back up to the sky. Reach that right arm forward. Take it down. Hover 1 breath. Plant your hands down. Drop your back knee. Ooh, my glutes are on fire. Give yourself a moment. Let them be on fire. And then slowly heel toe your right foot outside of your right hand. So we're coming into a modified lizard for now. So get your fingers lined up with your toes. Right foot is outside of your right hand. Back toe is still tucked under. Take a moment here, inhale. Exhale, nice and slow. Tuck that back toe under, lift up that back knee. You're in traditional lizard. You're really pulling that right knee in towards your right tricep, towards your right shoulder. Push up and out of those shoulder blades like you're in a plank. So lizard is the marriage of a plank and a low lunge. You might move a little forward, a little bit back. It's a little distraction tactic. Keeps our bodies from realizing they're doing a lot of work. That's why I wiggle. That's my secret. Give yourself 1 more breath. Before again you come down with that back knee, untuck that back toe and start to lift your chest. So now it should feel like you're doing a split. If it does, you're doing it right. So extend that back leg as back as you can, far back as you can, pointing that toe, lifting your chest, gaze the top of your mat. So good, looking down, get a nice neutral cervical spine. Keep hugging that right knee in towards your right shoulder. We're gonna take 1 more breath here. Exhale, tuck your back toe under, listen, shift your hips back so you can flex your right foot and straighten out your right leg. You might walk your hands closer towards your body, and you might adopt a block or 2. The goal of this funky variation of half split is to keep that left hip over that left knee. So if you find your hips are sitting back towards your heel, no good. If you find your body way forward, you're doing kind of a full split. We're not gonna go there. We're just opening up that right hamstring. So get that midline, pull it in, keeping those hands inside of your right leg, take an inhale, tummy and ribs out, and maybe exhale, you walk your hands forward to really wake up that right hand. Whatever you have available, you're giving it 2 big inhales, still up. Exhale, try to relax into what is, try to keep that right hamstring open, 1 more breath in. And exhale. Nice and slow, we're gonna inhale, half lift. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Re-bend your right knee, line fingers up with toes. Beautiful. And pick that back knee back up into that lizard. Give it a big breath in. Beautiful, exhale. Now see if you can keep that left hand planted, peel your right arm to the sky. So this is a wider set, easy twist. Good, keep it. Now staying here, take your right hand to your hip or slide it behind your back, palm face up. Gaze down, lower your back knee down, untuck your toe and gaze up off that right shoulder. Now you can heel toe that right foot in and come outer edge of that right foot if you really want to open it up into a twisted lizard. If you want to take it even further, bend into your left knee, try to kick your own behind. Maybe you take your hand to that ankle and gently pull it towards you. It's really going to wake up that left quad. One more breath wherever you are before you slowly release. So taking that left foot down if you bent it, peeling that right arm up, heel toe that right foot back out, opening up. Reach that right arm forward, take it down. Tuck your left toe under, pick up your left knee. Big breath, inhale, here's your challenge. Nice and slow, push up out of the shoulders, see if you can bend your right knee, tap your knee to your elbow, step it back, plank. Push the earth away, you can drop down table if you need. One more breath, inhale here. Exhale, use your toes, come into your fingers. Everyone drop down those knees. Stick up your hands, drop your tummies, come forward of your fingers, elbows squeeze into your sides as you come down, chest, chin. You're in Ashtangasana. Inhale, slither that tummy down, lifting your chest, elbows back by your side like little grasshopper legs for Bhujangasana. See if you can squeeze your glutes, lift your legs, lift your palms, push your pelvis into the ground, floating a locust for 3. Hold space, gaze straight to the top of your mat for 2. Loosening up on 1, plant everything back down. Take a moment, inhale. Exhale, tuck your toes. On an inhale, so you can push up to a plank. And then send your hips back up, downward facing, pedal it out. Working through this space. Take your time. Now, if you need a moment, take a sip of water, towel your face, come down to your knees. Take a child's pose, regroup. Let your body breathe. If you're feeling good, we have about 3 or 4 breaths we're going to stay here. So if you want to work on headstand practice, because you know you trust your body to do it without flopping over. If you want to work on Shakti hopping, so my handstanders, you know what that is. Whatever you want to do. You can come to downward facing dog and just send a leg up in the air and step it down. Send the other leg in the air and send it back down. You can do you. All right, whatever we're doing, we've got about a breath and a half, I'll call it. So start thinking about coming down. Stretch out what you can. Leave the rest. Maybe you're rolling out your wrists because they're really cranky today. You can always do those wrist stretches, whether a teacher cues it or not. You can take the time to roll out your wrists. Wake them up. Do the blinking lights. Do the conductor or T-Rex, whatever you want to do. Coming back table, find your way. Sway it side to side. Now you know what, I am going to do a wrist stretch with you because I'm feeling it today. So coming back neutral, find that table. See if you can turn your fingers toward each other. So fingertips point toward each other on your table and you rock left and you rock right. Can never go wrong with these stretches. Coming back neutral. Turning your hands back to traditional table, bring your wrists toward each other, fingers away from each other. Maybe you scoot your wrists to touch, and like a little KitchenAid, you go in circles. So you're waking up those wrists. Asking, inviting. Do what you can. All right. Coming back neutral. Plant your hands back in traditional table. Fingertips point forward. Now, push up and out of those shoulders. Flip your right palm face up, fingertips towards you. Now, push into that left hand so you don't have too much weight bearing on that right. And then shift your weight over slightly into the right wrist and sit back a little bit. You're going to feel an incredible stretch in that right forearm. If you have been texting and typing on your computer as much as everybody else has been, this is going to be an awesome stretch for you. So give it one more breath in. Nice and slow, come forward, plant your right hand back down. Distributing your weight into your right side, take your left palm face up, fingertips towards you, right? Again, weights in your right hand mostly, then start to shift over to the left, push straight up that left arm, don't bend your elbow, and then shift your weight back just enough to feel the stretch in that left forearm. Ooh, mine are tight, because I've been playing Words with Friends all day. I like that game, I forgot. Give it one more breath. Nice and slow, coming back center, flipping that left hand back down. Again, sway it side to side. Bringing your knees to touch, sit back onto your heels, taking your hands to prayer heart center. We're gonna make a fire. So rubbing your hands as fast as you can together, make a fire for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your hands together and apart, kind of wiggle your fingers, roll it out like your T-Rex conducting some music, and then come back neutral. So your hands should be tingly by now. Plant it back down into tabletop. Hopefully they're feeling a little bit better. I know mine are. So you're back in tabletop. Push it away. Tucking toes under. See if you can lift those knees 2 inches from the air. Hover a table for 3. Hover a table for me for 2. On 1, listen. Take your left toes up to hover an inch. Hold it 3. Hold it 2. On 1, left toes come down, right toes come up. Hover that table 3. Keep hovering for 2. On 1, right toes down, hips up, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Working through the kinks, asking, inviting. Get your body back where it needs to be. Maybe you're more compliant this time around. Hamstrings are open, shoulders are warm, wrists are happier. You give it one more breath. Before again you come back, neutral spine. Gesture both heels toward the earth, grounding into the ground. You inhale high, bottom tippy tippies to lift and elevate. Exhale, lower those heels back down. Inhale high, bottom tippy tippies, holding, elevating. Exhale, anchor those heels back down. This time high, bottom tippy tippies, hold that frame. Send your left leg up to the sky. Bend that left knee, open your hip. Take a big breath, inhale. Exhale, one more big breath. Exhale, gazing for your hands. See about stepping that left foot through, catching your low lunge and holding that frame there. So again, we want that chest parallel with that left thigh, left knees over that left ankle, fingers are hovering the earth. You give it 2 big breaths, inhale here. Exhale, give it 1 more big breath. Exhale, plant that right hand down, pull your left arm up to the sky. You're in an easy twist. Lunge into that left knee, feeling that left glute stretching. Working through that IT, stack your shoulders up best you can. Press up and out of that right leg best you can. You can always drop your knee down if you need to modify. Inhale, tummy and ribs out. Exhale, revolve a little deeper. Hold this frame, big breath in. Option to modify or advance. Take your left hand to your hip, maybe slide it behind your back, palm face up. Either way, you're in that bind for 3. Holding it here for 2. On 1, you're going to release that left arm back up to the sky. You're going to reach it forward, and you're going to take it down to hover the earth. Hold that frame, low lunge. 2 big breaths in. Exhale. 1 more big breath in. Exhale, beautiful. Grab your blocks, plant your hands, straighten that left leg. We're catching pyramid just to wake up that hamstring again. Don't go crazy. Try to keep your frame the same, because we're going to go into that low lunge to high lunge in a moment. So let's inhale half lift and assess. Pull your left hip back, right hip forward. Squeeze those thighs in. Use blocks if you find yourself buckling in the left knee. Keep that chest lifted. Keep your right heel lifted. Give it 1 more breath in. And exhale, you might fold forward. If you want to advance, walk hands back toward your back foot. Maybe walk them forward, extending like a little suspension cable. Or maybe you're also flexing your left foot and wagging it side to side. So that's a big advancement. Do it only if it's available. Give it 2 more breaths, just holding space in that left side. 1 more breath into that left hamstring. On 1, if you flex your left foot, plant it back down. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders, and we're going to re-bend that left knee, hovering ourselves in that low lunge. 1 more breath in. Exhale, palms to face each other, send them behind you like a speed racer. So keep your chest low, keep your tummies in and engaged. 1 more breath in. Exhale, reach your arms down, and then reach them forward like you're going to pass them on a block. Really engage that right glute to hold your frame. Pulling it in. Inhale, use your core and the strength of your legs to lift your chest up. You're in high lunge. Now make sure that left knee is over that left ankle and make sure you're not dumping into your back. So your ribs should not be poking out here. Pull those ribs towards your hips. This is all legs here, right? So hold that invisible beach ball overhead. Give it one more big breath in. Exhale, bring your prayer hands down through third eye through heart center. Make sure you're squeezing those thighs in because we're going to straighten that left leg out. Stay high on the ball, that right foot. Keep pulling your thighs into balance. You here. Give it one more big breath. Inhale. Exhale, come back into that left knee, bending into that lunge. Send your prayer up to the sky. Separate your hands, relax your shoulders, and see about taking those hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers, squeeze your palms. Option to lift your heart, lift your gaze. You're getting a little back bend in here. If you have the bind, hold it. If you don't, your arms are just reaching back. Okay? Give it one more breath here. Exhale, lean forward. So you get your chest parallel with that left thigh, and you sink into that left knee. Hold your frame here, 3. Hold your frame here for 2. On 1, release your arms behind you like a speed racer. Hovering fingertips inches from the earth. Take a big breath in. Exhale, fingertips come down. Right hand stays down. Peel your left arm up. This is where it gets interesting, okay? So you can stay in this traditional easy twist, or you can start to advance it. Maybe left hand comes to hip, or slides behind your back. Maybe you come outer edges of both feet. So come outer edges of your left foot, outer edge of your right foot, and gaze up off that left shoulder. It's a pretty intense stretch, so be mindful. Take a taste. If you regret it, go back a step. One more breath. Slowly planting those feet back down, traditional easy twist. Left arm reaches up to the sky. Reach it forward. Take both hands down, hover 1 inch. Plant your palms, drop your back knee. Woo-hoo-hoo. Now my left glutes on fire. Phew. One more breath. Nice. Now nice and slow. You're going to heel toe your left foot out. So we're in a modified lizard. We're going to build onto it, okay? So keep your fingers lined up with your toes and get your left knee outside of your left shoulder, but pull it in so you feel that contact with your tricep. From here, we tuck our right toe under and we pick our right knee up. So you're in a full-blown lizard. Again, if this is not available to you, you can take your back knees down. You can take blocks or whatever you have to help you underneath your hands to bring the earth closer. We're looking to open up that hip and sink into that hip flexor. So we're constricting and opening up simultaneously. So lengthening, strengthening. Give it one more breath here. Beautiful. Nice and slow. See if you can take your back knee down and untuck your right toe. So now we're in a full-blown grounded lizard. That left knee is still in towards our body, and we're holding our frames here. Good. Try to gaze down to the ground to relieve your neck. One more breath in. Exhale, pressing your weight into your right hand. Start to reach your left arm forward. Reach it up to the sky. And slowly take that left hand to your hip or slide it behind your back, palm face up. So you're already in a revolution here and you're breathing into that right hip flexor, opening and extending it. From here, we can get deeper. You might heel toe your left foot in towards you and let that left knee wing out away from you, sinking into it a little bit deeper. Good. Maybe some of you took a bend in that back knee, so you start to bring that right heel towards your body, like you're a square root symbol. Maybe that left hand grabs that right foot and you get into a full twisted down lizard. Either way, hold it. One more big breath in. And if you manage to bring that foot up, start to lower it down. Bring that left foot back up. Peel that left arm back to the sky. Heel toe that left foot back to the side of your mat as you plant your left hand down your back in lizard. Take a moment here, inhale. Exhale, tuck your back toe under, shift it back for a little runner's lunge. So this is the half split with your foot outside of your hands. All right, so you can see my hips are past my right knee, so I'm gonna fix myself. Inhale, half lift. Bring your left heel up an inch or 2, so you can stack that right hip over that right knee. Keeping that nice flexion in that left leg, opening up your hamstring. Flex left foot. Your hands can stay under shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows to get deeper, or walk your hands forward to extend. Either way, maybe you're wagging your left foot side to side, waking it up. You give it 2 more breaths, investigating whatever shapes you can create. You give it 1 more big breath. You got it. Nice and slow, we come back neutral spine, inhaling half lift. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders, give yourself some room. As you re-bend your left knee, line your fingers up with your toes. Tucking that right toe under, pick up that right knee again, you're in lizard. This is where it gets challenging again, so be mindful. Pushing up and out of those shoulders. See if you can take a bend in that left knee, tapping that knee to your elbow. Beautiful. Send it up to the sky, 3-legged dog. You got it. Take a moment, inhale. Exhale's gonna step that left foot down to meet your right, pedaling it out, working through this space. Do what you can. Leave the rest. Give it 1 more breath in. And exhale. Nice and slow, come neutral spine. Right away, we're gonna come up, inhale high, bend the tippy toes, chin into chest, roll forward to a high plank. Take a moment here, inhale. Exhale, use your toes, come over your fingers. You can do 2 things, knees, chest, chin, or maybe you pull out a chaturanga. Now listen, if you're in chaturanga, come all the way down to your tummies. If you're in knees, chest, chin, slither forward to that low cobra, and then lower your tummies down too. From here, take your arms out, cactus. All right, so arms are out like a cactus. I'll show you up on the wall in case you're not sure what that is. So you look like this laying on the ground. Take your left cheek to the mat, okay? So from here, I'm gonna have you inhale, bring your right knee up towards your right elbow, flexing your foot. So this is what you look like on the ground. Make sure that your knee is in alignment with your heel and that you're flexing that foot to protect those connective ligaments, okay? So on the ground, we're doing a nice restorative hip opener. You'll see the method to my madness shortly. So staying in that little sleeping half frog, you do what you can in this space. Take 2 or 3 more big inhales. Really fill up. Loosen up through your glutes, through your hip. Try to let gravity do the work here. You just have to release and soften like your jello. Good. That's it. Give it 1 more big breath. Nice and slow. You're gonna lower that right leg down to meet your left. Take your third eye to the mat, and then your right cheek is coming to the ground. Inhale is gonna bring your left knee up towards your left elbow, flexing your foot. Again, breathing here. Allow gravity to do the work. You hold space. Give yourself a moment or 2 to just be. We'll give it 3 more big breaths. Inhale, fill up, soften your glutes. Soften that tension in your lower back. Good. Give it 1 more breath. Nice and slow, you're gonna release that left leg down to meet your right. Bring your third eye to the mat. Take your hands back under your shoulders. Ready? This is where it gets hard. First, we start to peel up our chest, look forward. All right? Now, keeping your toes grounded. Try to hover your hands. Good. Now, swing your arms behind you like a speed racer. Try to touch your hands behind you like you're holding an invisible ball. Now, squeeze your glutes, lift up your legs. Beautiful. Now, if you really want a challenge, bring your heels toward each other as you bend your knees. You don't have to bind, but you can try if you want. Otherwise, it's more work to hover and gesture. Hover in here for 3. Hover in here for 2. On 1, extend your legs back out. Take a big breath. Re-bend your elbows, hovering hands. Lower toes down, lower hands down, lower your forehead down. You wiggle your hips side to side. If you want to bend your knees and windshield, you could do that too. Just going to give you a nice quad stretch, nice massage. Massage your organs. If you've been eating as horribly as I have, this probably feels good too. Coming back neutral. Send those feet back to the ground. Start to lift your chest again. Hovering here. Okay, see if you can hover your palms. Squeeze your glutes over your toes. Hold it, 3. Send your arms back like a speed racer. Hold it, 2. Spread your wings forward. Try to hold a visible beach ball in front of you. Look into it. Lift it up. On 1. Send your arms back. Bend your elbows, hover. Lower it all down. Now, tuck your toes. Inhale, push up. Click. Send your hips to the sky, downward facing. Phew! Pedal it out. Maybe in your downward dog, you start to do the cha-cha. I call it the cha-cha. So take your right knee, drag it over to the left, and look underneath that left armpit. It's gonna really stretch that left side. So everything that we just did warrants this stretch. So go ahead and take it. Dragging your right knee over to the left, coming forward, dragging your left knee over to the right. And keep looking under your armpits. You're gonna feel a nice stretch in the side. Lower back, expand your lungs, and then come back neutral again. Take a moment. This little mini sequence is going to be a little challenging, so do what you can. From here, find neutral spine, downward facing dog. Let's inhale high, but tippy toes elevate. Exhale, lower those heels back down. Inhale high, but tippy toes elevate. Exhale, anchor those heels down. This time, go high, but tippy toes, send your right leg up. Bend your right knee, open your hip. Take a moment, inhale. Exhale, nice and slow, bring your right knee, right elbow, tap. Inhale, send it back up, 3-legged. Take your right knee, right elbow, tap. Inhale, send it back up, 3-legged. One more time, right knee, right elbow, tap. I have options for you. You can step your right foot outside, find lizard. You can bend into your elbows, catch yourself a balanced Vinyasa. Or you can send it back up to the sky and find 3-legged. So whatever you're doing, if you caught yourself a lizard, you're stretching. If you caught yourself a balance and you're hovering, you do what you can, and then you send that right leg back up, 3-legged. Big inhale. Exhale, bring that right knee into your chest, step it through, low lunge, hover fingers. Beautiful. Fingertips come down for support, bend your back knee, step it up, forward fold. Hang out. Good. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, melt and fold it back down. Soft bend, sweeps it upward, Vastasana, curves up, gaze up. Exhale, chase it right back down to fold, hang heavy, Uttanasana. Here's where it's gonna get challenging again. So grab your blocks if you like them. Let's inhale, half lift. As we exhale, we're gonna melt and fold. Take your blocks with you as you walk your hands over to the right. Now, if you notice, I'm not turning my whole body to do that, okay? So my hips are the same as if I were folded forward. But I'm walking my hands over to get that side body stretch. See if you can plant your right hand down next to your right ankle and your left hand down in alignment with your left shoulder. And you bend your elbows and fold. So it's a pretty incredible stretch and a pretty incredible challenge. Walk your hands as close to your foot as you can. So try not to extend them too much because I'm going to have you bend your knees now. So bend your knees into a chair. Okay? So your hands, I'll give you the front view. Your hands are right next to your right foot, and that left elbow is right next to your left knee, or your right knee, I should say. If you can, you might create a little shelf. That right elbow is in contact with your right hip, and you might tip up for a side crow. We'll work on this in studio, I promise you. I know half of you are like groaning, like, Ken. We'll do what we can. If you have side crow, pull it out. If your body says, nope, you're in a little squat with your hands planted in a twist. Okay? Give yourself one more breath. If you're playing with side crow, come back down, walk your hands back center, straighten out your legs and fold. So I'll come back to the top of my mat and I'll fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, melt and fold. Soft bend again, sweeps me upward, Vastasana, curves up, gaze up. Exhale, hands behind my back. Interlace my fingers, squeeze, palms, lift heart, lift gaze. Chin to the sky, open up. Keep squeezing your glutes, push your pelvis forward. Try not to stick your hind knee and your ribs out. That's a no good. So pull those ribs towards your hips, push your pelvis forward to get that heart opener. One more breath. Bend into your knees. Take your tummy down to your thighs and pull your fists up and overhead, gazing for your ankles. You hold space here, 3. Holding space here for 2. On 1, separate your hands. Reach them forward, reach them down. Hold that frame here in a little half chair. Big breath in. Reach it all the way up to the sky, straighten out. Little baby back bend. And again, you can swan dive or chase your prayer down to fold, releasing. Inhale, half lift, left back. Exhale, melt and fold. Bend your knees, plant your palms, sit back your left. And then your right foot, tap that push up. Hold that frame, take a big breath in. Use your toes, come into your fingers, your choice. Knees, chest, or chaturanga. Inhale, slither through low, high, or upward facing. Shoulders from ears. Exhale is going to bring you back, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. So now you know what to expect. No surprises. But after this, that's it. We're going to start taking it down, and we're going to take a big, long nap together. And by big and long, I mean like 2 or 3 minutes. Coming back neutral. Gesture both heels toward the earth. Let's inhale high, bend the tippy toes, elevate. Exhale, anchor the heels back down. Inhale, high, bend your tippy toes, elevate. Exhale, anchor your heels down. One more time, high, tippy toes, elevate. Send your left leg up to the sky. Bend your knee, open your hip. Take a moment here, inhale. Exhale, bring your left knee, left elbow. Counted forward plank. Shoulders over wrists. Inhale, shoot it back up, three-legged. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Come forward plank. Send it back up to the sky, three-legged. This time we have those varieties of options. We come forward, plank. You can step your left foot outside of your hand, lizard. You can bend your elbows, coming into chaturanga arms, flying through Vinyasa. Or you can just stay in your three-legged because you're like, you're all crazy, I'm gonna stay here. Whatever you have, give it one more breath in. Exhale, coming back, three-legged dog is here. Nice and slow, get up high on that right tippy toe, gaze for your hands, and bring that left foot through to a low lunge. Catch yourself here, big inhale. Woo, exhale. Nice and soft bend in your back knee, set you up to fold, hang heavy. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, melt and fold. Soft bend, sweeps it upward, Vinyasa, pairs of gaze up. Exhale, put your hands down through third eye, through heart center, arms by your side, Samasthiti. Again, roll it out, bend it out. Get your neck in there. Give you one more breath. Inhale, fill up, hold it. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, prayers up, gaze up. Beautiful, exhale, chase it down, fold down, hang heavy. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, melt and fold. Now, this is where we're gonna need those blocks again because we're gonna get into that side body stretch. So inhale, half lift. See your box, grab your blocks, come back down, taking hold of them. You start to walk your hands over to the left. Now again, legs are straight, hips are still lined up with the wall in front of you. This is all the side body stretch on that right side. So try to get your left hand in alignment with your left ankle. Right hand lines up with your right shoulder, and maybe you bend your elbows to straighten. Okay, so give yourself a moment's time just to adjust. This is a big stretch in that right hamstring. One more inhale. And then we start to bend into both knees. So think about that deep C. Start to move your hands over and closer towards your left foot. Think about it. You want it nice and close. I'll give you the front view again. So my knees are deeply bent. My hands are planted off to the side. Again, blocks can be under my hands. And I might stay right here. For those of you who went for the side crow, think chaturanga arms. You don't want your wings out. You want your elbows in and towards each other. As you pin your left elbow to your left hip, pin your right elbow to the outer edge of your left knee. You lean into your fingers, and you lift your feet up to catch yourself a side crow. Okay? So maybe you're holding this space, maybe you're like, not today. Either way, side crows, little squat with a side bend, whatever you have, give it one more big breath in. Exhale, nice and slow. Start to walk your hands back center, keeping your body squat down, straighten out your legs and fold down, forward folding. Ooh, greater appreciation for Uttanasana. Let's inhale, half lift, flat back. Again, we exhale, fold it back down. Soft bend our knees, sweep it upward, Vastasana. Prayer reaches up, interlace your fingers, flip your palms, lean back into it, and then chase your prayer back down to fold. We won't do that upside down flippy. Inhale, half lift, last time. Exhale, melt and fold, bend your knees, plant your palms, step back your right, and then your left foot, high plank. Maybe you move it side to side. Maybe you do the side plank shuffle. Whatever you want to do, I'm going to give you one more breath to play. And we're going to meet back in that high plank. So hold space there. Big inhale. Exhale, use your toes last time. Find your way. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, slither through low, high, upward facing. Again, watch shoulders. Don't have them up in your ears. Roll them down your back. Good. Nice and slow, lower you down. Bring you back up, downward facing. From here, we're gonna get to the top of our mat, okay? So pedal it out for a moment. Feel your breath moving through you. Big inhale, fill up. Open mouth, let it go. Coming back neutral, get your big toes to touch. Inhale high for the tippy toes. You might tiptoe forward a little bit and stop. You might continue tiptoeing to the top of your mat and fold. Maybe you're bending your knees, looking for your hands. You might kick up and hop down. Everyone sit down. Woo-hoo-hoo. How are we doing? We're still here. All right. So sitting up nice and tall, let's take the bottoms of your feet to touch. So I'll come to face you. Ooh, rock the boat side to side. Be real dramatic about it. Let your head sway with it. Maybe chin comes into your chest. We're trying to decompress a little bit. Slow down that heartbeat. Whew. Mine's pounding. I don't know about you. All right. So when you're ready, coming back to a neutral space in Baddha Konasana. So this is bound angle or cobbler or butterfly. It's got lots of beautiful names. Bottom line is the bottoms of your feet are touching, your ribs are pulling down towards your hips, your tummy's back towards your spine, and you have a nice proud chest, right? So we don't have it all caved in. Push it forward, roll your shoulders back. Feel that expansion, right? On an inhale, pop that heart up, gaze up, chin to the sky. Exhale, round out, lean back slightly, chin to chest, look for your tummy. Inhale again, pop it up, gaze up. Exhale, round out, looking down, find that nice seated cat. One more time, inhale, pop up, gaze up, listen. Exhale, hinge forward. So imagine you're drawing a line with your chin down the front wall and then down to the ground, and you're looking at your toes. Good. Now let's inhale, half lift. Think, tummy in, ribs out. Exhale, maybe you can switch your grip, so hands come to the tops of your feet and your forearms come to the ground. Maybe you walk your hands out in front of you and extend. Whatever you're doing, you're holding space. If you're up here, don't worry about it. If you need blocks under your hands, don't worry about it. You're an amazing yogi. You're just tight today. So remember that. This is all a journey. Our bodies unlock as we invite them to all these fun yoga parties. We give them shapes. They have themselves a repertoire, and then they get down. So now they got all sorts of moves. So think of it that way. It takes you a little while to learn to dance. This is just another dance. Asana practice is beautiful, but it takes time. Inhale, again, tummy's in, ribs out. Exhale, get a little bit deeper. Think about it. Your groin is fighting you right now. I know it is because mine is too. So send your exhale to that space. Try not to squeeze. Let it go. Soften your glutes, soften your lower back, soften your knees. Give it 3 more moments here. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. One more big breath. Nice and slow. We're going to inhale, half lift wherever you are. Walk your hands back towards you. If they're extended, we're going to sit up nice and tall. Spread your wings, connect up overhead. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms. This is the hardest one if you ask me. Be straight up to those hands. Ooh, good ball. One more breath. Slowly take your hands to prayer, lower it back down through third eye, through heart center. Good. Now lean forward with that prayer. Send your prayer forward like it's a little shark fin. Chin into chest, start to lean back. So I'm going to turn so you can see me. I'm leaning forward and then I'm leaning back. So think like a cat back, chin into chest, look at your tummy. One vertebra at a time comes down to the ground. So think lower back first, right? Middle back, upper back, send that prayer up and overhead. So you have a nice little half body stretch. Arms are extended, legs are still in Baddha Konasana. Give it one more big breath, roll out your wrists. And then then exhale, take your arms down by your sides, palms face up. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. There you are. Whew. Maybe move your head a little side to side, massage the back of your head. We're gonna stay in Baddha Konasana for just one more breath. So one more in Supta Baddha. And now you have a choice. You can stay exactly as you are, because it feels good. Maybe you invite those knees back up to touch, and you heel toe your feet as wide as your mat, so you're in TP. Press your ribs towards your hips, tummy towards your spine, so it gets the small of your back on the mat when you do this. It really relieves that pelvic floor and lower back pressure, okay? Maybe interlace your fingers on your tummy. And if you are so blessed as to have some wall space open nearby, maybe you heel toe your feet to touch, scoot yourself up and over to the wall, and you can bring your knees into your chest and send your legs up the wall. Or you can do waterfall freestanding like I just did. So either waterfall in the middle of the room, or you can scoot yourself up against the baseboard of your nearest wall space and hold there. Either way, you're here, you're reversing the blood flow, you're in inversion. Push your ribs towards your hips, tummy towards your spine. So there should be no upper body work going on here. Those arms are like jello. The rest of you is relaxed. It's from your ribs down. That's the work. Right? So if you get headaches, if you get crampy, this is a great place to be, this waterfall. Helps bring the blood flow in all the right places to relieve that tension. Flush out all the ick. Just give it 2 more big breaths. If you're free falling, if you're up against the wall, by all means, you can stay there. We're gonna come into Shavasana next. So 1 more breath. If you have legs up into the sky, go ahead and take a bend back into your knees. Maybe give yourself a hug, sway side to side. For those of you up against the wall, you can remain. Nice and slow, plant your feet back down and extend 1 leg at a time. We're gonna find Shavasana. So take your feet nice and wide, take your arms out again, wiggle a little bit. You wanna feel like a little pancake, right? Take up space. There's nobody next to you, maybe your dog or your cat, but other than them, no one's there. So you can spread out. Big inhale fills you up, hold your breath. Open mouth, exhale. And close your eyes. Relaxing your cheeks, relaxing your jaw. Feel your shoulders, your arms, your hands. Feel your core, your pelvic floor, the rise and fall of your breath. Feel your legs long, your heels anchoring, your feet falling away, your entire body as I rest in this space. And you're breathing as one. Allow yourself this time. Allow yourself this space. And then slowly, yogis, begin to heighten your awareness. As you deepen your breath, you notice sound, scent, and sensation. You wiggle each finger, you wiggle each toe, you move your head slowly side to side. And then you come back center. Inhale, send your arms overhead. Taking a little stretch here. Big inhale. Point and flex your feet. Roll out your wrists. Roll out your ankles. Exhale, take a bend into your knees and bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug, rocking left and rocking right, massaging your lower lumbar into the earth. Give it one more breath before you surrender to your right or left side. Find a fetal pose and let it all go here. Place of new beginnings, starting overs. And like a phoenix rising from the ash, gently, slowly press your way up to a comfortable seat on your mat, grounding yourself back down into your sitting bones, lengthening through your spine. Shrug your shoulders once to your ears and roll them down your back, wiggling it out. Sweeping your arms to the sky, prayer connects up overhead. Put your hands fall down through third eye, through heart center, bowing your head to your heart, connecting head space with heart space. Press your pinkies and thumbs together to release your middle fingers, creating a blossom. Within it, place your intention. Visualize its light, all it has to offer. Lend it your strength, your faith, your patience. On an inhale, present it to the sky, lift it high up overhead. Big inhale fills you. Exhale, allow your hands to part as they falter beside you. Imagine that light making its way out into the world to take root and make a difference. Hands come back through prayer, heart center, bowing your head to your heart one last time. As always, that light within me honors that brilliant shining light within each and every one of you. I'd like to close our class with the sound of Om. If you'd like to join me, exhale out of your lungs. Inhaling for Om. Om Shanti Shanti, Om Peace Peace. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your afternoon, rest of your week and weekend. Hopefully we'll see you again one day soon, but until we meet again, namaste.